So for this one, it says to solve by factoring. So we're going to use the ZPP, the zero product principle. But you notice that we have a fourth degree equation going on here. But let's go ahead and subtract the 80x squared. Now, you might be thinking that's supposed to be a zero, 80x squared. So we're setting it equal to 0. You might wonder, well, why don't you just divide both sides by 5? Or why don't, you could do that, but, or why don't you divide both sides by 5x squared? Well, the problem is when you start dividing by the variable, there's a good chance you're going to lose a solution, and we don't want to lose any solutions. Okay, so we set it to 0. Now we're going to take out the greatest common factor, 5x squared, and that's going to give us x squared minus 16, right? 80 times, or 5 times 16 is 80. And then we can actually factor x squared minus 16. That's the difference of squares. So we get 5x squared times x plus 4 times x minus 4. Now, a question you might have is, well, how many factors are there? Well, that's somewhat, I guess, you could argue that a little bit, but 5 is a factor. It's not going to be 0, but it's still 5 times stuff. X squared, that's a factor. You could think of it as x times x. Now, a lot of times students will just write 5x squared equals 0. That's fine, but you really don't need the 5. You could divide both sides by 5 there. X squared equals 0. Okay. Then x plus 4 could equal 0. Or x minus 4 could equal 0. And so in this first equation, I get x equals 0 if I take the square root of both sides. You don't have to worry about plus or minus because 0 is not positive or negative. Then if I subtract 4 from both sides, I get x equals negative 4. And if I add 4 to both sides, I get x equals 4. So there are 3 solutions, 0, negative 4, and 4.